Hey everyone, so this is going to be another Oracle card deck review. This is the Oracle of the Roses deck by Cheralyn Darcey. So here's the box. Clearly there's roses everywhere. It's really pretty. Here's the back of the box. This is I believe it's a 44 card deck, and Rockpool creates it. I'll let you kind of read this. If you need longer time, of course, just pause the video. This is what the back of the box looks like. So that is the box. Here is the guidebook. Pretty standard size guidebook. Again, Rockpool creates it, and it is a colored guidebook. So the images are actually colored. I know a lot of the guidebooks are just black and white, but this one is in color, which is really nice. So, and of course it's got the card spreads in here, or some that you can do anyways. How to use the cards, you know, kind of typical guidebook stuff. But that's kind of what the guidebook looks like. Let me show you the table of contents for the cards. So here are the first few cards. You can see that, maybe, possibly, hopefully. And there are the rest. And again, just pause the video if you need to look at these longer. So that's the guidebook. Now on to the fun part, which are viewing the cards. All right, so let me see. I haven't even looked through these yet, so I'm kind of doing this with you guys, so kind of make sure they're not going to stick. Oh, these cards, well, let me show you. So they have the red edging on it. I forget what it's called, but it does have like the red, metallic-y red, like edge. It's kind of like the Season of the Witch Oracle cards, you know. I'm actually going to do this review next, so I'll kind of show you. So this is the Beltane one, the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle. Well, the Samhain Oracle has like the red edge on it. That's really shiny and metallic and pretty. So this is like the same kind of red, pretty much, as that Oracle deck. So anyway, the first card is the Democrat, and it is Carolina Rose. Oh, let me show you the backs too, before I forget. So the back is very Victorian, has a very Victorian rose feel. Love the backs. Hopefully you can see them. But that's the back of the cards. 2, the Pioneer, Prickly Rose. And I love these cards because I love how it has like this traditional, like Victorian art, you know, like you see in old books, and of course nowadays it's on like tapestries and like wall hangings and stuff, which are really cool. But I love like the old school, like the, what are they called, the herbalore books, I guess, and the apothecary books and stuff like that. They have like the old school style of like plants and herbs and flowers and stuff like that. The Alchemist is the third card. This is Barberry Leaved Rose. So it's really neat. So it's all the different types of like roses. And see, some of them are wild. And I think like in the book it said, let me look again just to make sure. So like part of the cards, like I guess the first 14 are wild roses. The next however many are old garden roses, and then modern garden roses. So I've noticed like each one so far, which we've just started, has like, I guess, what kind of rose, so to speak. So this is another wild rose, the 4th card, the Challenger, and this is the Scotch rose. So since I'm just going through this card deck with you all, I'm kind of noticing things as I'm going, so. The 5th card is the Architect, and it is Woods Rose. Hopefully you can see this okay on this camera. Card 6 is the Healer, Dog Rose. Card 7 is the Rebel, so it's Austrian Briar Rose. Card 8 is the Flirt, and this is Sweet Briar Rose. Card 9 is the Ancestor, and that is Cherokee Rose. Card 10 is the Father, and that is Mountain Rose. And again, oh, also, I meant to tell you also, like, these kinds of cards are very, like, slick and smooth. Like, they're not, like, glossy, really. I mean, they're, like, half matte, half gloss. Like, you see the shine, so it's got a little bit of gloss, but it's mainly matte. But they're really soft. They're like the Moonology card deck. So I reference that a lot when I get these cards, because, like, that was the first deck I really owned that has, like, that smooth, soft, matte card filling texture, whatever. So it feels like the Moonology by Yasmin Boland, that card deck. These cards feel like that. And I reference that a lot with cards that have this texture, but it's like the only thing I know to compare it to that more people tend to be a little more familiar with as far as that deck goes. So that's usually why I reference that one in reference to like the texture of like certain card decks. So card number 11 is the Scientist, and that is the Memorial Rose. Twelve is the Priest, and this is Moy's Rose. I believe is how you say that. Maybe. 13 is the Pioneer, Prairie Rose. Isn't there another Pioneer? Interesting. So there's obviously two Pioneer cards. I just realized, because 2 is a Pioneer and it's Prickly Rose, but then there's also 13, which is very similar but not the same exactly, and it's Prairie Rose. Interesting. I was like, wait a minute, we've already had that keyword. I wonder if that's like, If that was truly intentional or that was a mishap, I really don't know. I'll have to look into that. Okay. 14, the Loner, Red Leaf Rose. $15. Okay, now it switches to Old Garden Rose. So 15 is the Companion, Province Rose. Ooh, this is my favorite so far. So this is the Knight, Duke of Edinburgh Rose. I love that one. That one's very pretty. I love the red. Like, I love that red color. That is like my favorite shade of red. Love that red. That's by far my favorite one so far. The Mother, Old Blush Rose. That one's pretty too, though. Um, 18 is the Warrior. And I honestly have no clue how to say this. Martial Neil Rose, maybe? Martial Neil Rose, if I can say it correctly. That's a pretty one there. It's in the yellow roses. Okay, number 19 is the Child. And that is, I'm going to butcher that word because I always struggle on that word. I'm not even going to attempt that because I'm going to butcher it. I am not a very fluent French speaker person. Like, I can't do it. I never took French in school because it was not offered. So I skipped that. And I know I'll butcher it if I say it. So this is the Child. Card 20 is the Gardener. And again, I'm not even going to try that. It's something Luxembourg Rose. This kind of makes me really wish I knew some French. But I don't. 21 is the Creator. And this is Vic's Caprice. I'm going to say Caprice. Vic's Caprice Rose. That is a very unusual rose. I've never seen a rose like that. 22 is the Heart. And that is Louise O'Dare Rose, maybe? That one's pretty as well. 23 is the Artist, Rubens Rose. '24, I love this one too. The Lover, Bourbon Rose. I'm a sucker for like really bright red roses. I think they're so pretty. I like the traditional red rose. And types of red roses, the best. 25 is the Mystic. Oh Lord, another French word. I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce these correctly. I wish I did though. But these are really pretty cards. I do enjoy the traditional like Victorian style like rose cards. I think they're really pretty. The Ruler. Rose du Roy, maybe? It's probably not how you say that, but I like that one too. 27, the Liberator. Yeah, I have no idea what that says. 28 is the Explorer. Amy Vibert, or Vibit, I don't know, Rose. '29 is the Giver. Adam Rose. '30 is the Gambler. Fortune's Yellow Rose. That's a cool one. And then the Storyteller. Emperor de Maroc Rose? Du Maroc Rose? Emperor du Maroc Rose, I guess. That one's a cool one too. And now we are moving into the Modern Garden Rose. Roses. The Advocate. Louise van Hoot something Rose. I know that's probably wrong, but pretty rose. Let's see. The Caregiver. Fleur de Pêcheur Rose, maybe? Guarantee I did that wrong, but I know that word in French means flower. I do know that. 34 is the Self. Madame, I don't know if it's Abel or Abel. I don't think it's Abel because it's too feminine, but Madame, I'll say Abel. Chardonnay Rose. I really need to learn French, guys. I'm so sorry. People that speak French, I apologize. I'm butchering this. But I'm from the South in America, so therefore I do not understand French very well. Much less pronouncing it. 35 is the Sensualist. La France Rose. '36 is the Hero. Sunburst Rose. That's pretty. 37 is the Citizen. That is Lion Rose. It's pretty. 38 is the Jester, and that's Reynolds Whole Rose. 39 is the Outsider. And this is the Duchess of Edinburgh Rose. That's pretty. 40 is the Alchemist. Again, I probably am going to butcher that, so I'm not going to say it. Very pretty roses, though. Hmm. 41 is the Rescuer, and it is Miss Edith Cavell Rose. '42 is the Innovator. That is the Hoosier Beauty Rose. '43 is the Sage, and that is the General Washington Rose. And last but not least is the Seeker, and this is the Miss Robert Perry Rose. Okay, and that is all of the cards in this card deck. So hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for bearing with me if you've lasted through this whole video in my awful attempt at French words that I do not know. But anyways, I just wanted to show you all the cards, do a flip through, and like a really short little mini review. So I guess that's it for this Oracle card deck. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys.